What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Generous DIY, the place to get all the boosts you need to do it by yourself. So this video is going to show you how to prep your Kanekalon braiding hair, the different lengths to cut, how to feed your Kanekalon braiding hair, and also techniques to mixing your Kanekalon braiding hair to get different color textures when braiding your hair, as well as tips and techniques that will help you to reduce hair loss when prepping your braiding hair. Hit the subscribe button down below to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to like, drop a comment in the comment section down below, and put on your post notifications so that you get notified when my next video goes live. I feel like I owe you all an explanation for just ghosting and disappearing just like that. A lot of things were happening at the same time and I just didn't know how to fit all of it into my schedule, but I want to tell you guys that I'm back and I'm better. I have a lot of things in store for you guys. I also want to appreciate you guys for the energy and support that you have given to my channel. Even while I was away, we were still coming back to my channel, subscribing, watching my videos. I just want to really thank you guys for the support. So this week's video is going to be a continuation from my previous video where I talked about all the things you need to know about DIY hairstyling and tips to helping you make the decision as to whether you want to make your hair by yourself or not. And one of the key points of that video was that you should learn the basic techniques of hairstyling. So if you've not watched that video, I urge that you go ahead and watch that video right after watching this video, because it will help you understanding the need for this video as well as other important and key things you need to know before deciding to start making your hair by yourself. The link to that video will be in the description box down below and on the screen, so you can go ahead and check out that video. And on that note, one of the basic techniques of hairstyling is knowing how to prep your Kanekalon braiding hair, which is one of the extensions that you will be in constant use while making your hair. So if you're ready for this video like I'm ready, then let's go. So I'm going to be using the unpicked version of Lush Kanekalon braiding hair because it gives more room for creativity rather than the pre-picked version which comes in an already specified picked length. And I'll be doing that in 3 colors. That's the color 1, the color 950, and the color 900. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the different lengths to cut your braiding hair, and majorly there are 3 lengths: the cut 4, the cut 3, and the cut 2. Now when it comes to braiding hair, the shorter the length of the hair, the more quantity of braiding hair you will have to work with. So the first thing I do is just to separate the braiding hair into different sizes, so it's easy for me to demonstrate the different lengths. So after that, the first thing you want to do is to make sure that your braiding hair is equal at the tip. And then to cut your cut 4, the first thing you do is to cut it right in the middle once it's equal, and then fold it into another equal part and then cut the middle. This is going to give you your cut 4, and you can see it in the different colors. Your cut 4 basically is for your bobs and your short hairs, and it gives you enough braiding hair to work with. Now, how to get your cut 3 is to fold your braiding hair once you take it from the pack into 3 equal parts. It has to be equal and it has to be 3 in number. That's the length you're going to cut has to be 3 places. This is my go-to length for my braids and my stitch braids and any type of braid because it's not too long and it gives you enough braiding hair to work with. So I just go and cut the different ends of the hair. And you can see it in the different colors that once you do it right, you're going to get the same length. And in comparison with the cut 4, the cut 4 is shorter than the cut 3, but it gives you more braiding hair to work with than the cut 3. But it doesn't mean that this is just all the lengths we have for cutting your braiding hair. You still have your cut 5, your cut 6, but you want to make sure that you don't cut your braiding hair too short, because if it's too short, then you're going to have so much loss. And they only cut it short for hairs like your feathers and all those other short type of hairstyles. Now to cut your cut 2, your cut 2 is basically taking your braiding hair from the pack and taking down the braids. The problem with your cut 2 is that it's a very long length and it doesn't give you so much braiding hair to work with, so it's mostly used at the top of your hair. It's just cutting it right in the middle where the rubber band is. This is how you get your cut 2, but it's mostly used for the topmost part of your hair. Now the second thing I want to talk about is how to pick your braiding hair. Now this is a very important part. The first thing you want to do is to hold your braiding hair right from where you cut it. Make sure that the ends are equal and begin to pull the hair little by little. You begin to pull the hair little by little. What you want to do actually is just to make sure that the place that you're holding it very tight. You have a very strong grip, and then you pull small pieces of the hair. You have to make sure that your grip is tight so that you're not pulling out the hair, because it's not wasting. You're just trying to uneven the ends, not really like trying to waste the hair. And you just keep pulling small pieces of the hair until you are done picking the whole braiding hair. Now that we are done with the braiding hair, you can see that from the parts that we held, it's now roughed up and there's like a hinge. But the wrong thing people do is that they start ripping the hair apart. This is wrong because there's already a hinge from where we held the hair, where we were picking it. If you try to pull it apart, it's going to rip, and that is going to cause a lot of loss. So what I do is I just go raise the hair to the bottom of the hair where I wasn't picking before, and I begin to pull it downwards. It's just like an after effect. You were pulling it outward, and now you pull the other parts downward just to take out that hinge that is at the point where you were holding the braiding hair. It reduces the work of picking the hair because it makes it very easy and makes it very fast. And you can see that that hinge is no more there, and I just use my hands to kind of like run through the hair and comb it a little bit just to reduce the amount of work I'm going to do on the hair. And I just do this until it's smooth enough and I'm satisfied with it. The next thing I got to use to use my hair cream to apply to the hair. You want to do this before brushing the hair because you want to take away the friction in between the strands of the braiding hair so that the hair does not rip apart and it doesn't cut, and it just makes the brushing simple. And you want to brush from the bottom upwards and not the other way around, because that's going to help to make the brushing very, very smooth and easy. So now you can see the leftover. This is what came out of the braiding hair after I had picked all of them and I had combed them and done all the prepping. This is what I got. But if you use the other method, I'll show you later on that if you use the other method, you're going to lose a lot of braiding hair. This is where many salonists get it wrong, where you come to the salon and you end up seeing that maybe 75 to 50% of your braiding hair is on the floor because of the way they prepped the hair. And this is what we are trying to avoid. You can see what we lost from the braiding hair. And if you comb it, even though it's a bit short, this kind of comes in handy when you are braiding your hair. It's just like a lifesaver option. Now the third thing I want to talk about is how to mix different colors of braiding hair to get a smooth blend. Now I'll be using color 950 and color 900 for this demonstration. Now the first method I want to talk about is a method where you pick the individual colors separately. As you pick the color 900 separately and you pick the color 950, you pick it separately, and after picking it, you just put it together and begin to pull it out and then flip it over, and then pull it out and flip it over. You have to make sure that you are flipping over so that the hair can properly mix. And if you continue doing this over time, it's going to mix up the hair. So you just pull it out and then you flip it over and pull it out and flip it over, and gradually the hair is going to mix up. Now the second method I want to talk about is immediately you cut the hair, you just pull it and try to mix it a little before you start picking it. So I'm just going to take the hairs alternatively. I'll take the color 900, then I'll take the color 950, then I'll take the color 900, and then I take the color 950, just alternatively, so that the hair mixes up a little before I even start picking the hair. So this is another method that you can use to help the mixing of your braiding hair. So when I'm done, I'm just going to start picking the hair, right? How I explained before, you make sure your grip is very tight and that the hair is a bit equal, even though it might be a bit difficult to get all the ends equal, but you just try to make sure that they're equal. And when you are picking the hair, you try to pick alternatively different colors. You pick the color 900, then next you pick the color 950, just like that, to make sure that it's mixed. Once you're done picking it, you see the hinge, you go back and repeat the process I just explained for picking your braiding hair, and pick it downwards. That's draw the downward part of the hair so that it unevens and it just makes the work very easy. And run your hands through the hair, just basically the same steps I explained while I was demonstrating how to pick the hair. So guys, one other thing I want to talk about is that if you want one color to be more dominant than the other color, you're going to use more of that color that you want to be more prominent than the other one that you just want to. Sometimes this mixing is also used to tone down colors, like a very bright braiding hair color. You can use a dull color to tone down colors, or you can mix 2 bright colors, or you can mix 3 bright colors. Like, mixing hair is just based on how you want it to be, so it doesn't have to be equal ratios. If you want one color to be more prominent, you use more of that ratio of that color to the other color to give you a more prominent color. And you can mix more than one color. You can mix up to 3 colors, 4 colors, depending on what you want to achieve. So guys, you can see that it's a bit mixed now, the hair, because this is the blend I was actually looking for. I'm just going to comb the hair, so you want to just play around with it until you are satisfied with the blend that you have gotten. So I went and did the whole braiding hair, and this is what I lost from the hair. Guys, in comparison to the first method I showed you where we didn't rip apart, we didn't flip, this is what I was able to save from the hair, but you can still see what I lost, and it's like so much compared to what we got from the other hair. And that's why it's important that you only use this method when you are trying to mix your braiding hair, and not when you're just picking a single color. Like, in comparison to what we did in the last color, like we lost a lot from the mixing. So if you've gotten to this point in the video, I would like you to do just one thing for me. Drop a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what other techniques you would like me to show you, and also comment the kind of techniques you would use when you are prepping your Kanekalon braiding hair. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to like, hit the subscribe button if you've not already subscribed to my channel, and put on your post notifications so that you get a notification when my next video goes live. Also, I recommend that you check out these 2 videos, because if you enjoyed watching this video, I'm sure you're going to enjoy watching these ones as well. As always guys, it's always a pleasure to make videos for you all, and until my next week's video, have a great week and a great life. Bye.